Hey guys, so today I'm going to be reading SpongeBob's Suicide. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment what you guys want my next video to be. I might upload 2 today, since considering I missed 1 yesterday. I was supposed to upload a video of me playing Miner's Haven, but first of all, just let me know if you want to see that. But then I was like, I just want to play some Fortnite, so. Alright guys, we're going to be getting started. Does anyone remember the SpongeBob episode, The Sponge Who Could Fly, that aired in March 2003? It was dubbed the Lost Episode by its commercials based on the episode's storyline, where Patchy the Pirate uses a treasure map to find the SpongeBob episode that he lost. The night before the SpongeBob episode aired, I was sick with the norovirus. I was vomiting almost every 5 minutes, and I was feeling too ill to fall asleep, so I stayed up watching TV. Around 2:30 a.m., my stomach started to settle, so I planned to turn the TV off and try to fall asleep. But as I was reaching for the remote control, the opening for a SpongeBob TV show started playing. SpongeBob was my favorite show at the time, so I couldn't miss out on watching it. Although I thought it was kind of strange that they were showing SpongeBob in the middle of the night, but I didn't think too much of it. When the opening played, I noticed that there was a contrast of animation slightly darker than usual, and the theme song sounded a bit harsh and raspy. This made me feel a little uncomfortable, but I also tried brushing that off. The title card read Lost Episode, so I figured that it was a mishap with Nickelodeon accidentally airing The Sponge Who Could Fly. When the episode started playing, it immediately looked out of ordinary. It started off with SpongeBob sitting on his bed, slouched and looking downward with a somber look on his face. This was definitely not like himself. SpongeBob is so optimistic all the time. Why would he be acting like this? After about 10 seconds of seeing SpongeBob like this, he let out a big sigh. Then he took over to his bedside barrel, and the screen zoomed in on a pill bottle that was sitting beside his clock. Once the screen zoomed in and close enough to read the text on the bottle, it showed that it was a bottle of Prozac bottle. Which is very creepy, but I know what Prozac is. The show then panned to a scene with much that SpongeBob had to take the pills to be, well, himself. It made me feel uneasy, especially because mental disorders and antidepressants and more mature than themselves that absolutely shouldn't find a place in any kid's cartoon. It should be noted that this was a scene on a show intended for kids. The screen then flipped back to the original scene of SpongeBob looking distressed, while the same time changing the contrasts back to the darker one. The screen froze on SpongeBob for a few seconds and flickered to a new scene. The scene showed that SpongeBob was at his desk, the same one in episode of Procrastination, with his Prozac bottle, piece of paper, and pencil. In this scene, instead of staying at one contrast, the colors kept flickering from light to dark. SpongeBob gripped the pencil in his hand, and tear rolled down his face. The characters in SpongeBob usually cry out. This tear looked completely realistic, as if a drop of water rolling down my TV from his face. SpongeBob wiped the tear from his face with his sleeve. He began to write on the paper, reading out loud what he was thinking. But he was writing, "I can't take it anymore," he said. As soon as he got his sentence out, a faint noise started playing in the background. It started like children crying. This noise continued playing as SpongeBob continued writing. "My life has been horrible and hasn't gotten any better. My best friend Patrick is only my friend because he doesn't know any better. My neighbor, Squidward, hates my guts. He would probably be happy if I wasn't around anymore." SpongeBob stopped writing and talking and started weeping loudly. The color flicking started getting faster and the cries in the background started getting louder. It sounded like more children were beginning to cry. It could have been my imagination, but I kept remembering the children very faintly. He's gonna do it! It could have been my imagination, but I remember hearing, "Hey Mom, he's gonna do it!" Yeah. The children's cries got louder, and it kept flickering faster as SpongeBob kept writing. The only job I can get is being fry cook at the Krusty Krab. My boss, Mr. Krabs, refuses to give me an actual paycheck. Besides, he basically uses me to get more customers. I'm in my 20s and I still don't have a driver's license. Sandy's the only girl I've ever had in my life, and she's just a friend. She's never had any interest in me. I'm pretty sure she's only my friend because she feels sorry for me. If I'm hurting anyone for doing this, I just can't believe I can't live like this anymore. The screen froze for a few seconds, and then the show continued with SpongeBob writing his final sentence. The contrast stayed dark. Instead of flickering from light to dark, and the children stopped crying, it was absolute silence except for SpongeBob saying goodbye. The cries came back. SpongeBob quickly stood up, twisted the lid off the Prozac bottle, dipped his head back, and let all the pills fall into his mouth, swallowed them whole. The screen twitched. The animation was darker, but it was still visible. SpongeBob clucked his stomach and vomited. Realistic, pale, orange-green stomach wow. It was clear that the body was trying to cleanse itself from the overdose, but it was no use. SpongeBob collapsed on the floor and lied there motionless until the screen turned to static. Needless to say, I was scared out of my mind. That sleep was out of the question. Recently, I've been looking for this episode all over the internet, but not even one website seems to have it. If you recognize this episode, please let me know. Alright, guys, so, wow, that actually took 7 minutes just to read all that. Whoa. But anyway, yeah, thought something new. Go subscribe to Andal, because he's the one that has originally read this. I just thought maybe I could try. It is definitely interesting, so make sure to go subscribe to Andal. I probably will leave it on the screen at the end when I'm done editing. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.